finish the
No, you
meeting?
won't let me know.
All right.
You're disgusting. You're 3 months and you're qualified. She seats you on the board and you're qualified.
Multiple requests were made to that board member.
We're going to have to empty this room if this is going to continue, and I do.
This is a Board of Education meeting, and we are trying to finish our business.
Everybody's got to try to get along on this if we can. You don't want the meeting to disperse, we want it to be productive.
Welcome back to Champion News Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. We are talking about District 46. There are things here that we're going to be bringing out this segment. Electioneering, campaigning, emails during school time, getting gifts for registering to vote, and emails for campaigning from school district emails. Let's start off with that.
At the same time that they censured Michael Carbone, we had a tip that Mary Garcia, the school board president who was running for re-election, had used her District 30 email account to solicit a campaign contribution from a state senator in Lake County. So we issued a FOIA request to all the state legislators in Lake County requesting any emails that they had relating to the D46 school board elections. And we got an email back from the state senator who provided us the email, and it showed Mary Garcia on her D30 email account asking for an $800 contribution. And so on the basis of that, we thought, well, if she's using her D30 email account, let me put in a FOIA request to District 30 in Northbrook.
This is a school district account.
Right.
Yes. In other words, she's using public funds and her time.
And public resources, that's right.
Taxpayer dollars to be doing things for a campaign.
Right.
Isn't that, I would believe that to be some type of conflict of interest?
It's at least an ethics violation.
Okay.
And indeed, when we put in the FOIA request, they turned over about 300 pages of emails from District 30.
Okay.
Saying that were all related to the D40 email account. Most of it email back and forth to Mary Garcia's D30 email account.
And a lot of folks, and Paul can jump in here because he's the computer guy. He knows all this stuff much better than I could speak to it. But people think that this is just about, the time that she was in the classroom, using the email for the school district. But the issue also is the fact that your email account works, the servers work a lot like a highway. You can only fit so many cars on a highway. And then when more cars come through or more emails come through,
it slows it down for everybody else.
And you have to build another highway. So if you're spending school time and school resources, i.e. the server, sending out your personal emails and everyone's doing that, that puts a burden on the taxpayers to have to spend more money to buy more servers.
It's illegal to do that.
And more important is that she was not only doing campaign activity, but actual campaign fundraising activity using public resources.
Right.
So what she was trying to do was she was trying to say, all right, I'm going to use public resources to get myself elected so that I can then take public dollars to pay off my friends in the union to keep re-electing me.
I want to hear about this voter registration.
Let me put my oar in the water here about why this is going on. I'll repeat, it's $16,000 average per year that's going into educating each child in this thing. There is an immense budget. The biggest chunk of the debt of the state of Illinois is due to the K-12 education system. It's an immense amount of money going. Salaries, pensions, fixing roofs. Stop right there. That's simple. If you were fixing the roof on your home or on my factory, it would be $3 to $5 a square foot. These school districts typically pay $16 a square foot.
Wow.
You just go on and on. They're buildings.
And if it were our home, we'd get 3 or 4 quotes. We have a new board member, Shannon Smigelski, who asked at the last board meeting, why aren't we getting quotes for these things? Why do we just keep letting people raise the prices on contracts and keep raising them in District 46? They don't even care.
There is such a feeding frenzy in practically all of these school districts. There are all kinds of people with it. It's the architects, it's the builders, it's the guy that sells the bonds for them, the lawyers. They have got feeding frenzies around every school district in the state that are pushing them to run the price of this up. When the architect issues a bid set for fixing a roof, it'll be, practically 100 pages long, that thick, just to fix a roof.
And
with it, he will issue a price that they expect to pay. And that price is going to be $10 to $16 to $20 a square foot. and the providers of that roof are all standing in line because that bid set is probably going to have something in there that you had to have put on a school roof worth $500,000 in the last year. So all the ordinary roofers are out of the thing. This is a feeding frenzy for money. Being on the school board is part of the act, and the superintendents, I think, are too bloody dumb to know that there's immense payoffs in this. I'm not accusing them of being crooks,
The superintendent
but they're
knows
part of
something
an
about
awful
gift cards.
feeding
Was
frenzy.
the superintendent
the-
involved with some gift
No,
cards?
not the superintendent. The board
Vice
vice
president.
president, who is now the secretary of the board, was in one of these emails. She writes, "Don't let them turn us in. Gifts to register to vote is probably illegal." Sue Facklam is a voter registrar, and she was giving 18-year-old high school students store gift cards as a reward for registering
And the
to vote.
superintendent was copied
But-
on many of these emails, so
the
that should be
superintendent,
noted.
absolutely, she knew this. You say they're stupid, Jack. I don't believe that. I was always taught never attribute to malice what can be explained by stupidity.
Yeah.
Stupidity doesn't explain this.
Well, I hate to accuse somebody, a superintendent, of a felony, but I think some of them don't realize, really, they're floating along on this big bubble of money from us taxpayers, and there are people out there that are feeding on it. They're getting rich off of this thing.
But I know we're
There
against
was
a break.
some
Let me make one other point. We're hearing a lot about, but you're only caring about taxpayers. What about the students? People are using the students as human shields.
Oh, it's all
Exactly.
for the
Well, you
children.
know what?
Exactly.
We are going to have Michael Carbone come and talk about this meeting that was here a couple weeks ago that clearly wasn't in the best interest of the taxpayers or the students. And I know that there was a lot of things that were voted on early
Yes.
and pushed through before they actually had to change the board. Anything else? We've
To
got-
do what you two are doing takes a lot of intelligence and courage and of your own time. I really commend you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Jack.
After the break, thank you.